Hey guys, Scars here. I dug out a bunch of different mats. I want to discuss matting options and talk about sluice boxes, dredges, etc. All your equipment. The most inexpensive way to get into gold prospecting and gold mining is learning how to make your own equipment, and it's the most efficient way to do it, cost efficient. You save 80–90%, and all it takes is a little bit of time and some different sources where you can get stuff. Of course, you can find a used mat, or just go ahead and hit up one of the vendors, whether you like the Goldhog Dream mat, or we can discuss some other options I made here, and I use them all, like I said in my other videos, so I'm going to show you. I didn't take apart the equipment that's in the camper. I still got the dredges hooked up with the Dream mat. The high banker still has Dream mat and Goldhog mats. So I left all that in there. It's hard to get to, so I dug out what I could and show you different kind of things I'm going to do, and different places you can get your metal if you don't want to spend top dollar for a brand new sheet of metal and cut it out to what you need. You can go to your local scrapyard and tell them, hey, I need some aluminum. Do you have any aluminum signs? And careful, because there's some thick ones. You don't want the real thick ones. So I paid $5 for 3 of them, different sizes. But I wanted this width because I'm going to make a cleanup sluice out of them. And I'm going to give one away as well. So I'm going to try to figure out here. I have this one all marked out for some matting here. Run something like this. That's how hot it is in that camper when the sun's hitting it. This all came off. That's my Gorilla Glue. But I have this guy down here. Bam. And sometimes I'll run that. Depends on the flow, your water flow. How much, how deep the water is, how fast it's moving. Depends on what type of matting you want. So you're gonna want all kinds of matting. You want low flow, high flow. And then you want something to do cleanups with. This is really good for small stuff and the big stuff, because it'll get stuck in there. And then this one as well. These are Goldhog mats. This is a Dream mat, micro mat, and here's a Gold Rat Mini, which is a real good cleanup. Use for a cleanup sluice. It lessens your cons. So I'd run that one up top. And then this one down here to catch all my micros, and this one just in case to catch whatever else. And then there's that option. I'm gonna bend that metal there to fit these 3 mats that I have marked out on this one here. I made this piece. This is a piece of aluminum that I use for work, that I bend for soffit fascia around window frame. Really, I wrap any type of wood in metal, so it's real thin gauge, but it works awesome. You can go like to Amazon or anywhere on the internet and order some rubber mats, toolbox lining. Make sure you don't get the foam stuff. You want the rubber, heavy duty rubber stuff. And this one's kind of squared, and it has all those, so it's really good. You run a low flow through here and clean up my cons. But this one's used and abused, and this matting, being in the sun, it shrunk about 1/8 inch on each side. So I ran some caulking down the side to cover that up, and then it's time to retire this one, or reconstruct it at least. Maybe pull those mats out and remake this one. But man, I love these. Dabble my cons here, and it builds up here, gets your speed, and runs through here and cleans up pretty good. So yeah, this is probably my favorite piece of equipment out of all my cleanup sluices. Then you have your stream sluices. Like I said, you can go to your scrap yard and get yourself some aluminum from the signs, and you get all the sizes. You can pick up the size you want. And I know none of you guys probably have a brake, but you can make a brake while you're at the scrap yard. You get a heavy-duty piece of iron about a foot longer than you need it, as long as your sluice box or your dredge box is going to be. And it's like, man, it'd be like a couple dollars. I mean, steel's cheap when you're buying it from the scrapyard. You're paying it by the weight. But if you're gonna go to a metal shop and buy that, you're looking at probably 80 bucks, 70 bucks. So go to the scrapyard, get yourself a piece of steel, and on a workbench or something, you can clamp it down on top of your sign here, and then you can fold up the edge and use like a 2x4, and you just tap it up slowly, and you just use a 2x4, keep moving down the way and keep going back and forth until you got it folded all the way up. You don't want to go start at one end and fold it all the way up, and then because you'll start creasing it. So you want to fold it a little bit, go here, fold it a little bit. That's a good way to bend your metal if you don't have a brake. But if you know someone that's in construction, does siding or gutters, typically they'll have a brake, and I'm sure they'll bend a piece of metal for you for a couple bucks. Or a metal shop be pretty expensive. I don't know if it's like 20 bucks a bend or 10 bucks a bend, but it depends on your location. But go find a construction worker. They'll do it for a couple bucks guaranteed, or free. If you know me, I'll do it for free for you. So we're gonna go ahead and bend one of those up, and these all need clean. I brought these out because this is a big old dredge mat by Dream Mat. Now this thing is heavy. It's heavy for a mat. Now when you're on the river, to get your gold out of this and not lose it, it's a mission. So it's good to have a secondary hose hooked up. You just fold it up and spray it down into your sluice box, and it'll all go out into a catch pan tub. But awesome mats. I use them. I use both Goldhog and Dream mats. They do just as good as the other. Then you got your combination mat by Dream Mat, which is so cool because it'll catch all your small finds up here, and the bigger stuff, bam, done. It ain't going nowhere. And all different kinds of capture rates, different flow patterns, different flow rates to catch your gold so you don't lose it. So that'd be a good one to have. Here's another for low flow. If you don't have much water, you can get the micro. And for your stream sluice, that'd be great for when, like I said, you don't have much water, or for cleanup. You could use this for a good cleanup sluice. We have more cons. Here's my other dredge mat, my Goldhog. And see you run it. This is River Hog up here, full piece. And this is cut River Hog. And then this is Talon. And then this is Razorback, I believe. Razorback, Talon, and, or I'm sorry, Mother Lode and Mother Lode. No, those are all Razorbacks. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 3 Razorbacks at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Good combination for a dredge mat. You have a real high flow, a lot of water, real fast. You want a more aggressive mat. something that's real heavy, cause a lot of turbulence in here, so your gold will drop. So that's a good mat to have too in your arsenal for high flow and low flow. Here is one of my high banker mats, and it's pretty dirty. There's still a lot of gold stuck in there from the clay. Down there's a bunch of fines and micros. So we're gonna wash all these out, get them ready for our trip. And this is for actually the extension sluice on the high banker. And it's the same setup as my dredge, but all the river hog, they're all cut river hog. Good stuff. Same here, here's some more. These are more cut river hog. Razorback, talon, river hog, and razorback. Man, this tape, when it gets hot, that glue freaking gets everywhere. So I gotta get all this stuff cleaned up. Not gonna be good. Look at all that. There's still gold in there. So this is what we're gonna make right now. Bam. We're make a cleanup sluice. Probably just do the 2 dream mats. I think that those are the only 2 that'll fit in that. Yeah, that'd be nice. And it's upside down. So we're gonna run that like that. I'm gonna get the bending. Heck me, yeah.